Hello and what is up? It's your boy Real_Joshua, and on this channel I tend to feature other people's decks. A lot of new sauce, a lot of new ideas, things that I like to see, but rarely do I come up with something that I feel is completely new and unique and something that I've never really seen before, but I think I have finally done that in the form of this new Boa deck list. Now, I would like to say that this deck is not completed. It is still just a concept, but I think with the proper refinement and with a little bit of time, this deck could become way better than the Boa list that we've been working with for 2 sets now. If you have played Boa for any significant amount of time, you will know that the leader has largely depended on Jinbei to gain us tempo in the early game. Not only did Jinbei allow us to fend off early aggression from our opponents by putting bodies on the board that could swing at smaller characters, it also let us come back in the late game so that when we would remove something with a card like Gum Gum Red Rock, we could then play Jinbei and another Warlord of the Sea. And it was a really good combo that we had access to sort of reestablish board presence. The problem is now Jinbei has been banned, and Boa just feels a lot worse for it. We have a lot of ways to not lose in the form of our removal, but it's a lot harder for us to find ways to win. If our big bodies get removed, we just kind of cry, and if our opponent plays a lot of rushers, they get their value before we can get ours, and our game plan just sort of goes down the drain. This Boa build is different from that game plan. Let's hop right into the deck list. But first, thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet, please like and subscribe. We are so close to getting to 10K, and I would love to hit that pretty soon. So if you just smash that subscribe button, I would be really, really thankful. Second, please help me to make this list better. If you have ideas, I want to make this list a competitive list, and I think it is close. But I literally just came up with this thing yesterday, and I think if we work together, we can create something really special here. Okay, so here is the current version of this list. I want this to be a disclaimer that this list changed almost after every single game that I was playing on the most recent stream. So if you see that there are different cards, it's because I switched them out. I would say that the biggest problem with this list right now is searchability. I would love to have a core that is more searchable. Right now, I'm just using Nami Searcher as a solution for that, and I actually kind of like Nami, but this is the list that I am currently on and a list that you can experiment. For now, what you need to know is that the core of this deck is a couple cards. It is A, Special Muggy Ball, B, Boa Hancock, and C, Monkey D. Luffy promo. Monkey D. Luffy, you've probably seen this as like a 1 or 2 of in some lists. And then Special Muggy Ball, I don't think you've ever seen this in a Boa list, but this is arguably the best card in this deck, guys. So the concept of this deck requires us to first describe what some of these cards do. Special Muggy Ball, your opponent returns one of their characters with a cost of 6 or less to the owner's hand. This card looks bad when you look at it, right? And most people have written this off. Like, I've gotten a lot of, every time I've kind of talked about this deck in forums, people are just like, that card sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I get it. That's why I've never looked at it. But sometimes if you give a card a second look and think, what if I built a deck around this? The card might be better than you expect. I know that this card sucks when you look at it, guys. You don't have to tell me that. This card, your opponent gets to choose what they're going to return to their hand. Okay, same with this Luffy card. On play, you may trash 2 cards from your hand. Your opponent chooses a character they own and places it at the bottom of their deck. This is a red rock if they have 1 big thing on the board or 2 big things on the board. That is insane. Now the problem is, if they also have a searcher on board, a 1 cost, a 2 cost, a 3 cost, even a 4 cost, they can just choose to bottom deck that instead, which they're obviously always going to do. How did we build a deck around these cards? Well, we run this card, Arabesque Brickfist. Main, return up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. So obviously just a 2 cost bounce effect. Works really well against aggressive decks, and it draws us a card. This feels really good to play, guys. I don't know if you all have ever run Arabesque Brickfist, but to bounce a 4 or less and draw a card for 2 Dawn feels freaking insane. We have this 6 cost Boa. There's a reason why she's so important, because she freezes a big character and she bottom decks a searcher, okay? She can freeze anything except for Luffy. She can freeze Luffy Taro though. And then you bottom deck a searcher. That's really, really good. That prepares us for the late game when we want our opponents to not play their bigger characters. What if they're just gonna swarm the board with searchers? Or like the turn before they play something big, they play a bunch of smaller cards. Well, the thing is, if they are going to play this way, it means they cannot be playing on curve, which is really, really good for us, okay? In case you're not aware, playing on curve means that you play the biggest card you possibly can every single turn. Most decks want to play this way because we want the most powerful card to come out the moment that it's available to us. When we play this way, we punish that style of gameplay. So Shanks get really hurt by this. Bonnies don't get as hurt by it, but they can never really swarm the board the way that they want to versus us. So we freeze the board, we get rid of their weenies, and in the late game, we open up some of the strongest combos that have ever been available to Boa. Okay, now let's take this board state versus a Jewelry Bonnie. This is a huge problem for the previous Boa builds, right? Like anytime our opponent has something that is greater than 6 on the board, and 6 or lower on the board, it is very hard to deal with for us because we can only do one at a time. We can never get rid of both. Well, with the new build of Boa, we can get rid of both of these cards for 6 Dawn. And it is something that a buddy of mine has pulled off in a recent match. Like this is something that you actually see relatively frequently with this list that is just easy for us to deal with. How do we do that? Well, we Muggy Ball for 2 Dawn. That's Muggy Ball. Your opponent returns one of their characters the cost of 6 or less to their hand. Well, there's only one eligible character there, Cavendish. So they have to return Cavendish to their hand. That Cavendish is gone for 2 Dawn. And then we draw 1 from the special Muggy Ball. After that, we can just play our promo Luffy for 4 more Dawn. Okay, we trash 2 cards and the Zoro is gone. Bottom decked. This Boa is much more combo oriented. We use our 6 cost Boas to freeze the big threats and then bottom deck the weenies so that on a turn like this, we can just turn the board state around while having a bunch of 8Ks on the board to then swing at the opponent's leader and win. Another thing that we can do is take advantage of these special Muggy Balls. If they have 2 5 costs and a 10 cost on the board, that is something that Boa never used to be able to deal with. But we can just Muggy Ball, Luffy, and still have 2 Dawn left over. Or we can Muggy Ball, Red Rock. So we could get rid of both of the 5 costs and bottom deck a 9 or 10 cost. This is optionality that Boa never had access to, you guys. And then let's go over the rest of the cards. A lot of these are cards that we see in other Boa decks. I'm running 3 pudding here because since we are bouncing so many things back to hand, it's crazy for us to be able to bottom deck that. And also versus aggro, we bounce their stuff in the early game and then we can pudding them like the moment we get to 4 Dawn. It's actually crazy, guys. We also have the old Kaido spread. If y'all have been here since OP07, you know, when Boa first came out, we have this 2 of the bounce Kaido and 1 of the draw Kaido. People used to play differently. Like people would play 2 draw Kaidos, 1 bounce Kaido. And this Kaido feels really good in this deck, guys. Like if we get into a top deck war late game where our hand is like completely depleted from playing our Luffys and stuff, we can often get to a state where the board has stabilized because we've removed all the big threats facing us. We just play this Kaido and we're back in the game. It's pretty easy to close out from there. Our bounce Kaidos are obviously better tempo because we can bounce the opponent's big drops back to their hand. But both of these feel really good. Kaya's one of the foundational cards in Boa always. Lets you draw 2, trash 2. Since we have a lot of situational plays in this deck, this helps us to get the stuff out of hand that we don't need and get the stuff into hand that we do need. Jozu helps us return our searchers and return our opponent's stuff to hand. Nami, she is kind of the only searcher right now that makes sense in this list, but that's one of the things I need your all help cooking. Like Navy builds would run Tashigi, and Navy builds are doable. A Warlords build would run Sengoku, obviously. There are other possibilities. If you want to go more Kuja, we can run Gloriosa. I don't really like Gloriosa or Kuja, but yeah, there's a lot of ways to build. I want to give you guys some ideas on building right now too. One thing about this build is that it enables a lot of other cards that we used to see as a joke in Boa because they only bounce back like a 2 cost or a 1 cost or a 3 cost. Now, bouncing those cards back is really good, period. It brings our Muggy Balls online much easier. Oh, also there's this Marco. I don't know if y'all know about this Marco, but it just came out in the new set and it's a blocker. On KO, return up to one of your opponent's characters the cost of 4 or below back to their hand. You can tell why that's good, I think, just from looking at this. Oh, last thing, I forgot to mention Gion. 2K counter, your turn once per turn when your opponent activates an event, your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of their deck. This is unbelievably good against opponents who are using stuff like Gum Gum Giants. So if we attack and our opponent Gum Gum Giants, they have to bottom deck a card after that. And they're already in like a digging kind of desperate situation by that point anyway. So having them bottom deck something after that is a big hit. Sugar, Shanks, a lot of decks want to use counter events now, and this card punishes them. I think it's really, really relevant in this meta right now, and I highly suggest trying it out. But yeah, okay, let's go into a little bit of deck building ideas here for y'all so that you can see what we might be working with if you guys want to change the list for yourself. These are all cards that would be better with this build and that we maybe didn't think that we could run before because of the inflexibility of earlier Boa builds. Inazuma, end of your turn. If you have 2 or less cards in hand, draw 2 cards. This is kind of like a mini Draw Kaido, but with a higher ceiling. And we can combo with it. Aramaki, this would be used in like a Navy build. Blocker, activate main once per turn, discard 1 card from your hand and return 1 cost 2 or lower character to the bottom of its owner's deck. This character gains plus 3k power for this turn. So this makes sure that we can keep our opponent's weenies off the board. It's sort of like a hand filter as well, since bottom decking a cost 2 or lower character would draw a card for us as Boa. There's Hashigi if we want to run a Navy build. There's Tsudu. Tsudu is a 2k that has the same effect as the promo Luffy, except it bounces the card back to hand, which is really, really good, by the way. But I find that running this plus Luffy, it's too much. Like, we're never going to be using both. And it always feels worse to use Tsudu. This is just kind of like an emergency Luffy if we really, really need it. I've taken it out of my list, but it's something that we could run if we go more Navy oriented. Crocodile helps us get the weenies off the board. If we play it on 5 Dawn, we can pay 1 to return up to 1 cost 2 or lower character to the owner's hand. Sengoku for playing more Warlords oriented builds. Stuff like these Kuja Pirates, Afilandra and Sandersonia, 2 Kuja Pirates cards that were kind of a joke before. If you have 2 or more characters in play with the Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type, return up to 1 of your opponent's cost 3 or less characters to its owner's hand. This card is actually kind of good now if we're looking at a Kuja build. Same with Afilandra. She bottom decks a 1 or less with the activate main, bounce this back to your hand. So it's like it can be a bounce back to our hand to draw 1, and it can bottom deck 1 cost searcher. Now these cards look pretty good because they put our Muggy Ball online. Kyros, one of the foundational cards of Boa OP10 that in my list is not very good because for 7 Dawn, there are just better things that we can be doing. Like, we want to use combos, and Kyros is just too expensive. 7 cost, it just feels bad in this build. Not saying it's a bad card, just in this build, it is not as good. Sabo is a 2k that prevents our stuff from getting removed. This Nami 2k also bounces a cost 3 or lower to its owner's hand. This should help us activate our Luffy or Muggy Ball effect, but it can only be played after we've used that effect, really. So maybe not great. Mihawk, draw 2, trash 2 on attack, Dawn ×1. This Trafalgar Law card, obviously a cornerstone of previous builds. Not as important in this because we don't need the 1-drops as much because we have so many combos. The reason why we needed so many 1-drops previously is because we ran a bunch of like gravity blades and like 7 cost cards, 9 cost cards that we needed to have like small plays to put stuff on the board and dump our hand. We don't need that anymore because we have a bunch of 2 cost events that do a lot of stuff for us. Pudding Bounce, really good. 2k basically draws us a card. Buggy, really nice. A 1 cost that can help us enable bounce shenanigans and search or stack our top 3. If the meta ever gets in such a place where we really need to bottom deck a lot of weenies and people are running like a lot of 1 and 2 cost cards, we can run stuff like Houndblaze and Amanoma or Kumo in a Navy build. Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger, I am honestly still thinking about including this as like a 1 or 2 of, just because it's such a good card, and getting rid of 2 6 cost things at the same time is insane value. It's one of the few cards that is like still just swingy enough of a card to make sense in this new build of Boa. Please help me to find new sauce for this deck. Let's get into some of the games that we played on Sim. I did not have the best record last night, but the deck was changing. I think I made a couple like foundational misplays, got a little bit unlucky at times. And yeah, I think it was just a bit of variance. I think this deck is better than it performed last night, especially like this build, and the later builds perform better than ones before. I will say we had a Boa mirror at the end and it was a very exciting game. Let's get right into them, and thanks for watching. Versus Law, I think our breakfast should be pretty good. It's a cycle at the very least. We're going first though. Going first, I don't love this. Searcher Nami is perfect. This is quite interessante. What's weird when you play it, like when you build a deck, is like you have this idea, right? And then you have an idea for your deck, but like who even knows if you're gonna play it, if you can play it right? Brickfist plus Special Muggy Ball? Let's take Brickfist. Let's get a little greedy here. essentially turning our Nami into a blocker. Hootie, what's up, bro? Okay. All right, so now the Nami is a blocker. Easy. Don't have to discard anything. All right, we're at 5 Dawn next turn. Carmel's back. Homie's ready for the biggest pudding of his life. PRB Luffy was my secret sauce in Dofi. Yeah, man. I'm trying to think of how good that is in Dofi, but what about the special Muggy Ball tech? That's the... Okay. Bro knows what we're doing. Swing lead. You get to pick what you read. One time, bro. One time. I need the pudding. I need the pudding, bro. He's spamming the board with these little wieners. Okay, then you know what that means that we have to do, guys. We have to Inazuma next turn. Value Inazuma. Blah bounce back itself? What? That's actually wild. You gotta play RG Zufi or RG Zaw. The Zaw. Okay, there's the Cavendish. Return Carmel to hand. Summon Law. Play. This guy is like freaking 10 head right now. No 2Ks in hand is not cool, brother. Josu's looking pretty nice. I have a lot of value generators, which is why I'm doing this. And I can actually get Cycle off my Josu this turn. Carmel, dude, this is insane. We have not done anything to each other, by the way. We have yet to do a single thing to one another. Let's go like 5, 6 Josu. We'll do the Josu first. We're gonna go 5 lead. All right, thanks for hanging out, Min. Hootie. Okay, so we're just gonna go 6K lead here. Still not getting our pudding. Maybe we gotta run 4. Because every game I'm like, I need my pudding. I need my pudding. There's a Tashigi. Scary. 8 cost kid incoming into Tashigi. Brickfist found dead in Miami. These guys are killing me. What's the deal? GY Law kind of messing up my vibe with these Carmel mini Luffys. Mother Carmel gameplay. Carmel gaming. Man. These boas will cycle now. Get away. Okay, I guess we will do this. We got some combos coming up here, which is really good to see. Go 7 and 8 at lead. Played the bow first because I might get something playable off of the bottom deck. There's a 2K, 1K. We do have a bigger board, which means we're better people. But Carmel is just nutty. Carmel's killing it. Good for you, Carmel. Just staring me in the eyes. We must destroy the portrait of Mother Carmel. Gravity Blade would go hard. Actually, Gravity Blade would be quite nice. Mother Slaymel. Mother Harmel. 6K? 6 cage? Am I ever just doing this? Okay, now we can at least defend my Josu if my opponent tries to kill it. Harmel. And also, this is actually a pretty nice position, yeah. I like it. I like the position. Ooh. This is fine. Is it? Is it? It's not that fine. This is so much value to lose off of this. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. What are they bouncing with the law? Another law? It's itself? Did they already... Oh, they're just... Did they cancel the effect and then just play Jewelry Bonnie Raw Dog? Okay, dude. I've never needed a Gravity Blade more. Like, it's actually crazy. We get to do Red Rock Luffy. We can go Boa. I think we can get the opponent to... Let's just go 5 lead. No. Never. Let's just go 8. 8 at Cavendish. Gee. Bouncing on the queen. Okay, there's a 2K, 1K. We'll go 8K at the Cavendish again. Okay. I can freeze Cavendish. Swing lead. No, I like swinging Cavendish, freezing Law. Go a little greedy. Stay greedy with it. Oh my god. That's not good. It's okay. We got a lot of counter. We got a lot of ways to come back. They have very little counter now, but they have tempo on us. And Carmel. This sick freak of a card. Oh man, Law has the heart cube. I didn't realize that. Is that Caesar Clown's heart? I'll let him take this. If he goes for my Boa, if opponent goes for my Boa, I will counter. Yeah. They can't really attack with the Law unless they bounce on it. This deck's so fun, dude. It feels like there's just a couple ingredients that need to be like puzzled around, you know what I'm saying? I would love for people to help me. Help me cook. Help me cook. Okay, protecting, obviously, always. They bounced the little girl. Oh, that actually gonna be that guy. Gonna play the absolute most obnoxious way. I like the Law 6 cost that removes 1 life from opponent. If they have greater than 6 cards, yeah. I wonder how that would be in this deck, actually. We could swing life here. See if they decide to block. About to go. Muggy Ball would go so... Where's my Muggy Balls, bro? Oh, wait, actually... We've got all we need. Oh, there's my Muggy Ball, you son of a bitch. Okay, here we go, the combo. Look at that. Look at that board reversal. Can your Boa do that? We have 3 life. Next turn, we're gonna play Inazuma. Oh, man. That's nuts. It's kind of nuts. We can even, like, Law back our Luffy. Inazuma. Look at this Inazuma, by the way, guys. Oh, Hody coming through. Big Hody. What that Hody do? Hody 9k? It doesn't work because there's no card there. I mean, it doesn't really matter what happens, right? The Hody attacks my Boa. It is what it is. No blockers, right? Okay, well, opponent was inexperienced with GY Law. It's a very hard deck, but nevertheless, we took the dub. This has seemed pretty good into GY Law. Monkey ball, monkey ball, monkey ball, monkey ball. Oh, teach. This is... Well, we're running G-Blades now, baby. We're just getting Doc Q'd immediately, right? Keep. But then they can't use Doc Q to kill other stuff. Oh, it's Hashinosu. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no, brother. Pain, pain, pain. Pseudo blocker, though. Pseudo blocker. Shigan. Finger pistol Lami. Okay, they didn't use it. It's gotta be a finger pistol or like a... What is it? Revolution or whatever. Do a lot of Blackbeards play this card? I'm assuming they're gonna play Doc Q then. If this is what they're doing here, I'll take this. This is actually quite nice. Oh, Shiryu? All right, fine. We're black hold. We got our hole. Let's keep doing some damage to the opponent, yeah? This is my age for a teach. Let's Muggy Ball. Muggy Ball. It's a big hand. Big hand for a Blackbeard. We still have yet to see our homeboys, the Gravity Blades and the Red Rocks, despite having attacked with our Searcher Nami and searched top 5 and not getting anything. Quite unfortunate. But hey, it just means we're 5 cards closer to getting the event that we need. Muggy Ballerson. We just win this game by attacking leader like 10 times. 6 times. Oh, there's Burgess. Burgess? Hamburgessa? Jesus Burgessa? We could Boa and 6k lead. Yeah, let's do that. We'll make this person at least have to use cards from hand to deal with the Boa. But it's only a 6 cost. That's the thing about having like having a really great tempo card is like nice, but it's just not the best sometimes when you're talking about cost reduction, because it's easier for the opponent to kill it with cost reduction. Katarina Devon. Katarina Devon. Stronger. What's the next play? Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. We can bounce both of these. We know they have a teach, a stronger. They have a lot of 2Ks. I need to think about what they have. They have at least 2 strongers. Get to draw one off that. We will law. Good to have body on the board here. Next turn, if they go teach, we get to go Kaido. Quite nice. Having a 12k is going to be huge. And I know they're really going to want to... The only thing is that the Burgesses are really scary for us. Like, honestly, it's a bit freaky right now. It's getting a bit freaky. But man, we really need our red rocks and our gravity blade. Okay, that homie's dead. Burgess. Hamburgessa. I think we low-key just jam. We could Inazuma though. Inazuma plus jam, like 7/7 Inazuma. Oh man. Is drawing cards for me even like the move here? Or is it just like jamming board? Like, cause Law, I could also 5k Kaido, which is a bit sus, honestly. I think I want to jam, I want to go 7/7 and Inazuma. Cause at least this will give me the opportunity to like start countering and drawing stuff. Okay, well I might just go, in this case I might just go 5k into double Law. No. Okay, perf. I don't know if I maybe just counter with the Law. So that next turn when I play my Kaido, I'll go down to 2. Oh wait, is this effect not gonna go off? I wonder what's gonna happen first. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Oh my god. That sucks that it goes off first. Okay, well, that's game. It's not the event I wanted, brother. That's fucking crazy, dog. It's definitely a 2k. Well, we can brickfist this. Wait! I could have brickfisted the fucking Burgess! We could still... I don't know. 12, 15. Oh, they're going to go 13, 14? We were close. This is actually... That one extra actually won them the game. If this is a 1k... That was 2k. Man! Not seeing a red rock was brutal. Can't really decide like what my best... I guess it's go second, usually. But I gotta say, I like playing Nami. We're destined to whiff. Doomed to whiff. It's okay. We start with 5 life. They start with 3. Oh, buddy, just wait till I muggy ball your ass right now. We'll have 7 done next turn, so you can deal with this. Let's Kaya. I am gonna get rid of Red Rock here. What if my Kaya dies? Shit. He's always gonna guard out of this. He's never taking a 5k. Okay, that's good. This is good. Kaya. 5 Dawn. We're gonna play this next turn anyway. Oh, they take. That's so good. That's so good, dude. Not bad. Look at this. Look at that, brother. Getting 2 2Ks out of the hand. We play our own 8K. Shiki. Fine. Muggy ballable. This is actually crocodileable unless they attach 1 to their leader, which they probably will. Brickfist. I've never needed you more, Brickfist. I've never needed you more, Brickfist. I'll take this. Shit. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. This actually goes crazy, dude. This goes crazy. What the hell? Muggy ball? Oh, here, the deck is decking right now. The deck is decking, folks. I regret to inform you that the deck is now decking. Do I get rid of this? I'm a little bit afraid to get rid of that, but I don't want to get rid of 2K. It's fine. It's fine. 2K, 1K followed by Gum Gum. Oh no, Gum Gum Giant bluffed? Bluffed Gum Gum Giant? Liberation? What a nerd. Oh, God. Another Kaido goes hard here. It's not another Kaido. Shiki? Sure. Shirahoshi. This guy is a fucking nerd, bro. This guy is an... Look at this nerd shit. It's over for these hoes. Bro thinks he's cool because he has blockers. Exactly. Do I attack for 9 and double and single Nami, or let's go 8? I think opponent's gonna go for the Gum Gum Giant. Yeah, it's a value giant for them, but I get my value Namis here. Absolute fucking nerd, bro. You are a geek. Isho? Like, I'm actually upset at how much of a nerd this guy is, dude. Muggy Ball, dude. Muggy Ball actually goes crazy. Imagine one of those was a Red Rock. Get your ass out of here, Shirahoshi. Oh, I kind of want to jam. Part of me wants to jam, but I can't. I cannot allow myself to jam. I mustn't jam. Yeah, Kaido doesn't work because it's a 9 cost. Super unfortunate. We could Jozu both of our Namis back to hand, but I feel like that's too slow. I'm just gonna play this. And I'm gonna pause the Isho's activities. Does Muggy Ball have a cost limit? Yes, 6 cost. Oh, the pseudo blockers. They fear the Namis. They're gonna kill my thing though. Okay, top knot. More geek activities. Freaking nerd. This is a pretty good opportunity, I think, to just Kaido. Let's first swing here. I do get the old Muggy Ball. I do love me a Muggy Ball. A ball of Muggies. Oh, wait. I get to go Red Rock plus Muggy Ball. Get out of here, nerd! Only the... Oh, that's a read. No Gum Gum Giant. Oh, this guy's an absolute nerd, bro. Oh, get away from me. Shit. That's... Oh my God. This guy freaking top decked. Okay. That's so sad, dude. That's fucking cringe, bro. You know he has Giant in hand? Do I? Because, like, he had a few opportunities to Giant previously, but he didn't. Not, like, factually. I don't think he does. Because there was, like, multiple opportunities where they could have used it. Vibes-wise, this is... It's cooked anyway with this hand. Okay, so we're looking at blockers. Absolute nerd. Muggy Ball's pretty good here. No, please, not the ads during the Boa mirror. Oh, they take. Opponent's at 9 cards. 4 Dawn. Using Sengoku again. I'm assuming the homie coming out. The homie 3 cost Dofi. Oh, never mind. I'm at 5 Dawn next turn. What am I even going to do with 5 Dawn? Just like bounce my own law? Yep. Lol. This is so dumb. This is extremely stupid. Opponent can't proc their effect though, so pudding is quite a punish if I'm able to grab one at some point. They're at 6 Dawn, which this list is not going to be running very... Oh god, they're running Tempo Boa, as it were. I got a Tempo Boa for you, buddy. Got a freaking Tempo Boa for you. What is this recipe? Apparently another streamer recently used it. Oh wow, 2 1Ks. Truly delusional post-ban list gameplay. All right, the good news is our Muggy Balls are gonna go crazy. The bad news is that that's only if we see our Muggy Balls. 6K. Looks like we're facing a 7-7. What is this, bro? I could Luffy. Luffy is gonna be better for me here, I think. Where are my events, bro? I've seen one event. This is so annoying, man. Running a grip of events and not seeing them is crazy. Oh my god. Now the Muggy Ball comes. It's a big Gravity Blade for my opponent. I either make myself susceptible to Gravity Blade here or to Red Rock, and it's just like a pick your poison at this point. The fact that I haven't gotten my pudding, it's just, I got like super 2K drowned this game, and like not a lot of my real swing cards. I feel like I can't really use this Luffy because I don't have that much way to get rid of big bodies on the board. Okay, that's fine. Is anything going to be really, really good for us right now? Like, we could double Luffy here, but that would just nuke our entire hand. It's possible the opponent doesn't have Red Rock, you know? Let's bounce their Dofi. Because at least we have 2Ks to deal with Sogeking. Getting rid of the rain. It's fine. Goodness gracious. They're digging, yeah. If we get Red Rocked here, it's a big bummer. They still have 6 Dawn left. It's looking like a Red Rock to me. Yeah. Damn it, dude. That's a good draw. It's a very good draw. It is susceptible to pudding, but it means that they have to spend 4 Dawn on pudding. And they don't really have a board to speak of at this point. Digging again. Trash Dofi. So our bouncing of the Dofi just led to it getting trashed. So it's like, if they pudding, we still have our Kite on the board. If they Red Rock, they can't pudding. And we're not under that much pressure at the moment. Oh, the double Kaya. Holy dude. They are really looking for that pudding, I think. Oh yeah, here's the pudding. So we're going to counter pretty aggressively. Expecting a pudding. We're only at 6 cards in hand now. Totally fine with that though. Brick Fist on the blocker is really nice. Buggy drawn. 8K attack to lead. Okay. It's really interesting. Freeze this. Bottom deck the Sengoku. We'll Brick Fist the Doflamingo. And I think we'll Muggy Ball because it cycles. But what am I even looking for at this point? Or I mean, Gravity Blade? I'm sorry, not Gravity Blade. What am I thinking? Let's Muggy Ball because we get the Law off the board. Let's attack first. Having this Kaido on the board is really, really nice for us right now. They're at 7, we're going to be at 6. Or they'll be at 8, and we'll be at 6. All right, pudding. I do think we are somewhat lacking in blocker, but we can Kaya here. Okay, we get Red Rocked. It's a bummer, but worse things have happened. We're expecting the blocker Dofi. It's fine. They're not able to use leader effect off of this stuff. Brick Fist. 8 cards in hand. This is just a pudding 8/8, I think. $2K, I'm okay with. They'll be at 4. Okay, they take that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. What do you think about 6-cost Law? Because you had so many cards to hand. Like, it's pretty good. I honestly think it's pretty good, but I don't know if, like, because we're such a controlled deck, like, making the opponent draw a card off life is not that good, I feel. I don't know. What am I doing here? I think it's Luffy and Law. Luffy and Jozu, Luffy and Law. Or take Jozu, Luffy. Opponent's digging. You never die here. Yeah, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm just afraid of being in a position where I die the next turn if they block her up really hard. You don't want to give up your cheap bounce. Yeah, exactly. I'm happy to have a red rock if they play something big, and my cheap blocker if they play their little mini blockers, which it looks like is what's happening. Brick Fist works here. Late game could be 6 law into putting, yeah. Oh my god. You know, I'm actually going to bounce this law back because it has no counter and it does the exact same thing as this law effectively. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is so good. Freezing this, bottom decking this. I feel like that's got to be the play, right? But I do feel like I just have the opponent give up so much if I just go 7, 7, 8. We're going to do that. 7, 7, 8, and then plus Trafalgar Law blocker. Oh my god. Wow, dude. Versus the Tempo Boa. We out-tempoed the Tempo Boa. It was looking a little sketchy in the mid-game, but we have bigger tempo swings, honestly. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, go check out my Twitch. I'm at real_Joshua over there. Check out my Twitter at Hi There Josh. Please like and subscribe. Help me get to 10K. We're almost there. And let me know if you come up with any developments for this Boa deck because I'm super excited about it. I think it's awesome. And I'm excited for people to cook with it because there's a lot of potential here. And I think it's different from any other Boa deck I've ever seen before. And there's a lot of potential here. The ceiling for this is a lot higher than the other Boa decks that I've seen. We just got to get it there, dude. And we're almost there. I feel like we're going to get more tools that are going to make it even better too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Later.